Let's see. Scott, Florida. You're on the Wilkow Majority. Hello.
Drew, I was calling about your Kennedy quote and the fact that Kennedy couldn't get elected today. And I
said he couldn't. I said he couldn't get the Democratic nomination.
And I tend to think that you're looking at that almost backwards. And just hear me out. We're talking about a president in a recession that raised taxes on corporate America, raised capital gains, raised taxes on the middle class. Same president was for a gun ban, was for a wiping out all of our nuclear weapons, and he was for amnesty for illegals. That president's name is Ronald Wilson Reagan, and it's Reagan that couldn't get elected today. He wouldn't even get the nomination.
First of all, you're totally wrong, okay? Reagan was not for open borders. The idea that taxes first of all, when Reagan came in 1981, and I'm assuming, can I just ask you where all this stuff, where you're getting this from?
Well, the taxes I've known that he raised taxes.
No, just tell me what website you were reading before you called.
I read a dozen websites, Andrew. I mean,
was one of the Media Matters? Was one of the Media Matters?
I read Media Matters. That's not where I got this. I know he issued amnesty. We know he was for gun.
Okay, so you read the Media Matters website before you called the program.
No, honestly, I did not.
Okay.
I mean, I've known. We've talked about this before.
When you have a government with more than one branch and you're not set up with an autocrat or a dictator, there's still this thing called the House and the Senate.
Right.
Now, when Reagan came in 1981, he sought a tax cut and got it. The government continued to spend.
Right.
So the choice is you can either let the government spend with a low tax rate and balloon the deficit and the debt, or you can throw your hands up and say, I tried. I guess taxes are going to have to go back up. Am I wrong? Because here's the thing. No, here's the thing, Scott. This is what I can't stand about people who are of this mindset that the entire love affair with Reagan is based solely on myth. Had Reagan said, you know what, no matter what, we're going to keep taxes low and the Congress can spend all it wants, he'd have been considered irresponsible by people like you. So it was damned if you do and damned if you don't. He sought low taxes, got them the first year, didn't get them the second year. He can either be irresponsible or he can be a failure. Either way, it's damned if you do or damned if you don't.
And I agree with that. And to be honest with you, on taxation, that's not my issue with Reagan. But you and I both know that if a candidate ran for the GOP, running on a gun ban, running on amnesty, running on reducing our nuclear stockpile to zero.
Just give me one Reagan quote on the gun ban thing.
I'm in my car. I mean, are you telling me that Reagan was not for gun bans?
I just want to know where you read about what you've read. You can just tell me where you read it. Just tell me where you read it. Thank you very much for the call. 1-866-95-PATRIOT.
That's a good line.
That's good, yeah.
You know, not to spend time on the last caller. He calls on a fairly regular basis. I kind of recognize the name, the state, and the voice. Headline from Guns and Ammo. Ronald Reagan, the gun owner's champion. Anyway, 1-866-95-PATRIOT, 1-866-95-PATRIOT. What